On the way, before we get to 7, my view from the drive-thru coming up in a few minutes. And, of course, we're also going to be heading to the news with Matt, and Rod's got sports. And the NHL playoffs are apparently set for the quarters. Anyway, we'll give you the details on that coming up in exactly 9 minutes. We know that during this month, we are raising funds, we are raising awareness, trying to tell people what an incredible organization the Niagara Children's Center is and how they can help so many more children with a little bit of our help. And one of those, and when I was at the launch for the campaign, we were introduced to a number of the Help Kids Shine ambassadors, and Paddy is one of those. I guess Patrick is the official name, Jillian, but it goes by Paddy, right?
Yes, we call him Paddy.
Jillian is with me this morning. Jillian Janzen, who is Patrick's mom, and joins us this morning to talk about the story a little bit. I know it's tough to talk about sometimes, Jillian, but take me back. You as a parent, giving birth to Paddy, and then at what point do you notice maybe some of the milestones are not being reached? How do you know?
Yeah, so thanks for having me, by the way.
Oh, our pleasure.
So we have kind of a different case with the center because we found out Paddy had Down syndrome actually prenatally. So
Okay.
going into having Paddy, we kind of knew some things related to milestones might not happen right away. So we actually found out when I was about I think 12 weeks pregnant. So we actually had some time to kind of look for resources. And I have some background with students and kids with special needs. So it was actually, we didn't actually connect with the center until he was born. So that was kind of, there wasn't really much in terms of knowing what resources we would get until he's born, right? Because then we know what his needs are. So
did you know about the center before you found out?
So I went to school in Niagara and then settled here. So actually I actually knew about the center through my studies at Brock because we had a lot of students that would volunteer there or connect with there. So I knew of it, but I never been there. Just because I didn't have any kids with services there. So I knew of it, but I didn't know the amazing services they offer. So it wasn't actually until when Paddy was born, we got a referral directly from the doctor in the NICU and PEDS unit at St. Catharines Hospital. And we were referred right away. And then they reached out, they kind of give you time,
Yep.
Paddy's a baby and,
it's a process. Yeah,
and just giving birth and, you have to take care of yourself too. So I had a lot of support from my midwives. And then it wasn't until about a month or two when they kind of come into your home and connect with you. There's a social worker that connects with you and you kind of go over what the needs are of your child. And that's what we did with Paddy. And it was really great to have a conversation with those that kind of knew where we were going, even though we had no idea. So that was really great. And that's what the center really provided was that support emotionally, mentally, and also for Paddy too.
So when you have a diagnosis like that, obviously, I mean, I'm trying to put myself in your shoes. Your questions are, what kind of things can you do? Is there anything that can be done? You must have learned a lot after the fact because they were able to help Paddy a great deal.
Yeah. So like, again, every situation's different. Some people have in our situation, some students come to the center or some children come to the center like a couple of years into childhood when things aren't necessarily meeting their milestones. But for us, we kind of knew right away. And so I said this to the center as well, like, when having a prenatal diagnosis, it kind of feels really lonely because there's not much you can do until the baby's there. Yeah. And there's not a lot of services prenatally, like to navigate this other than some, social groups. So what I really appreciated with the center was that connection and trying to navigate it and understanding, because every child's different, whether you have special needs or not. And so what I really appreciated was the connection and the support You get to connect with families. There's a parent support group. There's a mentor program, which I participated in. So it kind of helped me follow along with another parent that was a little bit further in their journey. So then I could my husband and I could wrap our head around, okay, well, where are we going with this and what services can we access?
So now that the journey is underway, how is Paddy doing right now? What's Paddy doing these days?
So Patrick, fortunately, Patrick didn't have a lot of major health complications that are associated with Down syndrome. So some heart defects he didn't have, and some gastrointestinal issues as well. So Patty's doing really good. He's actually just waking up, which is nice. So he's a good sleeper. We've been to the center. We continue to do OT and PT. So we're just kind of heading into speech therapy as he starts to learn to babble and say mama and things like that. But he's just, like I said, he's just your typical kid, whether he has an extra chromosome or not. So he cries and he laughs and he's such a joy. And that's what we wanted our second child to bring to our family. So,
And I love the fact that you use the word joy, because that's what the Children's Center is all about, is bringing out
mhm.
the joy in everybody. Jillian, thanks so much for this. Thank
No
you.
worries. Thanks for having me.
Jillian Janzen is Paddy's mom, and another story that could have been so different were it not for the Children's Center. So all we ask is that you go to our website and find out how you can be a donor, whether it's monthly or otherwise, and we can help kids shine. That's what this is all about. 610cktb.com is our website, and just click on Help Kids Shine campaign. It'd be a great big help for everybody. We are at 3 minutes before we get to 7 o'clock.
The View from the Drive-Thru.
Recently, there have been a lot of stories about A Handmaid's Tale